Hi everybody! As I think I mentioned in a previous video, Milani has introduced quite a few new products, and I'm really excited to share with you my review today on the Brow and Eye Highlighters. There are 3 of them. 2 I feel like are the same kind of format, just different tones. This first one is 02 and it's Matte Cream and Luminous Lift. And see how just to glance at it, it's kind of like cool and maybe just bordering on pinky a little bit. There's this one called Matte Beige and High Glow, and this one is a little bit more yellowy or goldeny toned. And then there is a third one, and both ends are just creamy and matte. This one is Vanilla and Natural Taupe. And on the website, they talk about different ways that you can use these, not just like as an under the brow highlight, but they mention any of these being able to be used as bases. With this one, you've got like a little bit deeper tone to the matte end, as you can see when you compare it to these other 2, you know, just a little more like a classic beige. And then this one could also be used, you know, if you wanted to fill in your brows. I just kind of think of these as sort of all-purpose cream sticks that can be used on your eyes. And the one that I've been reaching for the most is the one that is like probably the lightest one. It's got Matte Cream and Luminous Lift on it. And just for a little background story here, this is not the first time I've messed with this kind of a product. I actually have something from Anastasia called Brow Duality, and it's got like the matte and the shimmery ends to the stick. Sigma has something that again has like a creamy matte side, something shimmery to highlight with. And just recently Too Faced came out with something called Instant Attitude Brow Lift. And while I think those all work nicely, I don't really have any complaints about the way those go on. These can perform the same kind of jobs, and they're at a much cheaper price than anything I've just mentioned. These are right around $6, I believe, at the drugstore. So why does one need some sort of highlighting product like this? And I don't think it's an absolute like you must have this to have decent looking makeup type of product, you know. I think it's something that you can use to just accent your brows a little bit more and make them seem a little bit cleaner, because you can definitely use a powder shadow to highlight under your brows and get a really nice effect with that. But with this, it just kind of takes it to another level. So for example, the way I use this one, and again we're on the Matte Cream and Luminous Lift one, that's 02, I use the matte side and I just take that and draw it up under my brow, mainly focusing underneath the highest point of my brow. And you can instantly see, you know, how this is really giving a nice highlight. And then I kind of like to go in with a brush and shear it out a little bit. You could do that with your finger as well. The brush just gives me a lot of nice control and keeps me from getting it mixed up with my actual eyebrow. And so once you do that, you've got that bright highlight, you've got a really clean edge to your brow. You could leave that be, you could top it off with an eyeshadow. I used a matte cream color from Milani called French Vanilla and just kind of topped it off. Sometimes this is a step that I'll do like before any eye makeup. It might make most sense to do it that way, or you can just kind of, you know, see how your look's coming along and be like, oh, I want that little bit of extra, you know, cleaned up, really flawless look there on the brow bone, and then you could reach for this. Now, I didn't use the other end in my look today because I've got kind of like a bluish thing going on, but this is definitely really easy to just pop on your inner corner. I love how the shimmer is not too intense. It's not something with glitter in it. It just gives like a little bit of pearly glow. So I think it's cool to kind of have the option of, okay, I want to go with the matte, because you could put the matte side around your inner corner too, or you could use this matte cream shade all over your lid as a base. That totally works. I actually didn't even think of this until just now, but I wonder if maybe that matte end could be nice, like highlighting your waterline as kind of a waterline brightener. I haven't tried that. I'm not sure how well the staying power would be with that. And something that just really excites me about these is that the texture is just so creamy smooth on these pencils, and it's every bit as good as the more expensive ones. So again, the Matte Cream Luminous Lift one has been the one I've been reaching for most. But if you're thinking you want something a little more golden tone to the shimmer and a little more yellow toned where the matte part is concerned, you might want to go for Matte Beige and High Glow. And then this last one is a pencil you can actually fill in your brows with. And then again, if you're maybe deeper skin tone and you don't want as bright of a shade going up under your brow, this would be a little bit deeper. I will say this is not my favorite way to fill in my brows. I'm not loving the jumbo pencil style because I've really become attached to a very, very fine skinny pencil that gets right on the areas that I need it to go. But all in all, I think it's really cool to see these products popping up in the drugstore. So thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.